quite a bit with this Azir. It's not as all-in, it's not as divey. Similar situation here with the Renata Glass. It's not really going to be a straight-up dive composition. It has a lot of scaling win conditions here. You have the Jack side lane issue that Hunter Life are going to struggle to deal with. Azir can also be somewhat of a threat there in a 1-3-1 situation or a 4-1 situation if he ends up getting that Nashor's Tooth.
Looking to crash and get in there quickly.
Pings coming down as well, danger pings. They know he's likely over here.
Kingan's doing a great job of keeping him around already. Winning here in terms of the pressure he's putting on, but at the end of the day...
Do 10 CS deficit top lane.
Look for Cuz. He just hit level 6 on the enemy red, and
he's coming.
Hens and aiming are baiting this so well. Life is going to hit level 6, though, but Viper just picks up first blood before he even gets here. As now we're looking for a dive. Unbreakable Will. Life looking to set this one up. Meanwhile, a gank in mid. BDD's going to go down as aiming will survive, and this will be successful in the bottom lane at least for KT. A double kill for aiming.
As, you know, it's not a massive advantage. Okay, ult Grizzly.
Here, Grizzly, no flash to use it on the gank in mid, and the entire team is coming down here to get a little piece of the action, but it's just going to...
Does help them threaten setup on objective. Speaking of which, Hanwha Life trying to rush this down.
Trying to get in here. Kingan does have his teleport if they need it, as a TP from PDD comes out. The Sejuani ult, they're trying to get on top of this Renata Glass because Lahen's on the flash. We do have Cuz in the backline as Viper taking a lot of focus here. He is able to get away from that dive of the side of KT. Rolster Q coming in. Cuz just going to flash away. In comes Zeka looking in with Grizzly. Gets the KT jungler down. And finally, the first member of either team goes down in this fight.
Yeah, Lahen's looking for the ult, and he's just going to have to back out of here. This was such a messy fight on both sides, as I think HLE should be able to secure this Rift Arrow. They're going to see the teleport from Keen.
Yeah, the KT are not giving this one up. Some low health bars on the side of Hanwha Life, but at least they have 5 people alive in this game as W comes in. Counter-strike from Keen. In goes aiming immediately. He gets pulverized here, and down he will go. Going a little bit too aggressive. It's now Keen very much in that back line. Another counter-strike, though, and a headbutt away as Life is doing so much in this game, but not quite enough as Kingan is left alone. And now
bailout?
A bailout. Will he get it? Yes, he will! As the takedown comes down and a triple kill is given to Keen on the Jax.
4 kills going over. And it looked really messy here from the outset. Is this going to be a long replay? So be aware, we may jump out of this. As diving the Renata, not always the most ideal situation because she has bailout as well. And then Keen sees Viper back there low health. He's like, I'm flashing for this. I'm going to make this happen. So he loses one of his critical cooldowns. Yone's ult is down. And the one thing that's problematic here for KT is this slicing Maelstrom. So they're like, I can't start this Herald up. I actually don't want to come in and actually force the fight here into that slicing Maelstrom because Kingan can just wipe us there. So they commit the teleport. Keen comes back in. And then he wants to look for a counter-strike angle here. Aiming sees this. Root comes through, and he's like, I blow them up in the backline, but the reaction time of Life is just too quick. But BDD is just doing way too much damage. There's 2 carries here in the slicing Maelstrom. Low impact from Kingan. And I think if that's a bigger Maelstrom, maybe this looks very different. But it is not the reality we're living in.
Life was insane in this fight. I was like losing my mind, and he did just about as much as you can do on an Alistair in this one. And it was they definitely want to fight over this, but
setup's not great.
Necessarily, yeah.
He's still on that flank.
He's still there. He's waiting, and he is so fed at this point in time as they are just going to try to kill the Vi, and down he will go. Cuz is out. The smite is in, and BDD going to sweep them up the slicing Maelstrom, trying to save that back line. But take a look at the front line as well. Zeka getting in onto aiming, but he will survive. And KT are going to take this fight in a huge way.
But I think is probably not. You know, at the end of the day, okay, aiming.
Aiming dead? There you go. Zeka just going miles under the turret.
There's no front to back in this situation anymore. And you see this is the solo kill here onto aiming. Well played. Using the Gale Force for some additional range. It's a carrot cake. Ray's got the flame on top, but you're going to need that 4th one. Is
Here we go again. Zeka. Okay, he's going to get away from that ult somehow. Not sure how he managed
Unbind
that.
The soul. Okay, Zeka, he's greedy.
Yeah, this is not the spot. Down he goes. That is just free.
Commit to killing the jungler to win the Smite War, but now can you win any subsequent team fight? They're going to teleport here on the flank. KT
just just gone. I mean,
the control is so good.
Grizzly gonna get stunned here, and you can just smite it away. Down it goes. The Baron is dead, as Keen might have to pay for it with his life, but he flashes away. And the Moonlight Vigil is dodged here as Kingen is getting in, and Aiming is in the backline, going insane right now as they way overextend in this fight. Humble Esports desperate to take a fight after the Baron. Instead, they give a bunch of kills over to Aiming, who is just lapping them up right now.
Something that's a problem when you're in an even game state. It's a problem when you have a slight lead. But from this deficit, you're just never going to be able to control the pace of the game. Speaking of, I mean, he's playing with fire out here and then decides to stay for the wave with no vision.
Yeah,
where do you think Vi went?
Huge mistake.
And on this fight here, you're just hard forcing if you are HLE on the back of a cannon trying to come in for a teleport flank here. Keen absorbs all the pressure, stopwatches here, and then watch Aiming just see blood in the water as Viper goes forward. The hostile takeover comes in. He knows he's going to get caught by it. Grizzly also gets hit, so he just leaps over the team fight. And that is just beautiful Kaisa play. Lehens has bailout, so he's totally fine.
That's incredible. I mean, Aiming deserves so much respect for this Kaisa play. And yes, it was 5v4. Wow, Aiming, that was good. That was crazy. That's another free inhibitor you have to imagine for KT. They'll take down 2. And Humble Esports eventually, right? I mean, Unbreakable Will used here. He immediately came back and won a team fight for the team. So what are you going to do? KT are just unstoppable. They're zoning them away with a real zoning ultimate that comes out, and now they're just ganging up on Grizzly. He is taking a huge amount of damage. That's that Evolve W coming in, and yeah, 1R in as he sees blood in the water once again. Zeka pretty much done as Cuz maybe a little bit too far there. Maybe a little bit, and down he will go. Viper a little bit scary, as so is King. Gonna push the Slicing Maelstrom in as they have the exhaust, and it is enough. They're too far ahead. Even Zeka is gonna try his hand at this, but not going to have much luck. A lot of low health bars here, but that is 3 inhibitors for KT Rolster.
Not sure if trolling or proving a point. He's like, I think we still kill him, actually. Yeah. I think we actually still win. I think we're that ahead. I'm just going to put that Slice and Maelstrom on top of my team and still win it.
Wow.
KT 20 kills to 7.